your way out of it?
Well, and then I got an injury. I got like a repetitive stress injury while I was at school, just from like, wanking
From
it.
ripping?
No, yeah, from ripping.
It's like, oh no, it's this? Oh, sorry, I got this injury from just absolutely. Are you familiar with Mozart?
Yeah, no, it was the Bach's third partita, I think, that did me in.
No way.
Yeah,
That's crazy that you have a Jeopardy answer for your injury. A lot of people go, I was a running back in high school, so 2nd and 7. What was it like coming into the world of comedy out of, what made you get into comedy?
It was a few things. Like, I have really bad performance anxiety. My hands shake. So, like,
Great for stand-up, holding a microphone.
I mean, I clutch it, and it's kind of my persona, honestly. It's a lot better than trying to play a viola when you're shaking.
So that would happen to you?
That would happen. The older I got and the more serious I was taking it, and like pressure I was putting on myself, it was just botching everything. Like, it's a miracle I didn't botch my Juilliard audition, but I was just like really falling on my face in a lot of situations.
Was it like a thing where if the audience was there, you were shaking, but if you were by yourself, you're just like fucking.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, oh, I sound so good, I can't wait. And
I'm not gonna lie, this isn't helping you beat the sad girl in the tower allegation.
I know.
You're just softly playing something whimsical.
Oh yeah, but I wanted to give it. I felt like, oh, I suck at this instrument. Like, I'm not getting any better. I just don't want to do this anymore. And then I would watch. Like, it was kind of the time when like Louis started putting a lot of stuff on YouTube. I feel like maybe, but like my roommate from Iceland was like, have you heard of this? Sorry.
I love it. No, because the Icelandic accent, the way they are, they're very like. And this is I have a small sample size. I've only been to Reykjavik once, but like they're very like, do you hear about those guys? They're very like. I'm sorry to all the Icelandic people that are watching. You're beautiful people.
Yeah.
You're all inbred, but you're beautiful people. But they're very. I was doing this joke because I went to Sweden and Iceland, and I went like the joke was I went to Sweden and I found out that I'm half boring. Because my family's half Irish and half Swedish, and you're like, oh no, man, I'm half boring. And then I was like, and then I went to Iceland, and the people in Iceland made the Swedes look Italian, like the way that they're like, I know you like the fish soup, and you're like, are you mad at me?
It's a virtuosic practicality over there.
Yeah, they're very like, listen, you live on a tiny island in a very cold part of the northern hemisphere. You're going to be like, what do you want?
Right.
Why are you here? I don't trust you. Show me your sword. Whereas, like, they don't have the equator where they could be hot and naked and being like, oh, come here, I love you. And they're just in the north, like, I do not trust you. You've come to our shore. Do you want fish soup? But your roommate from Iceland was like,
she was like,
you with the stage. That's why I'm so intrigued by the stage fright thing. When did that start becoming a problem?
It was always I would always be a little shaky when I played, but I kind of got through it. And then I started getting nervous about getting nervous. I'd anticipate the nerves, and then I was done. I got total yips. I would take beta blockers that like slow down your heart rate. That would help a little, but. Was
there a moment taking the beta blockers where you just like frustrated, where you're like, well then fuck, I'm
like, I can't do this without taking a fucking pill. Like there's no, I didn't feel ashamed. Like I don't judge anyone who takes them, but it's just for me, I was like, why can't I just do this? Like what's wrong with me?
What was your way out of it?
Well, and then I got an injury. I got like a repetitive stress injury while I was at school, just from like, wanking
it.
No, yeah, from ripping.
It's like, oh no, this? Oh, sorry, I got this injury from just absolutely. Are you familiar with Mozart?
Yeah, no, it was the Bach's third partita, I think, that did me in.
No way. Yeah, that's crazy that you have a Jeopardy answer for your injury. A lot of people go, I was a running back in high school, so 2nd and 7. Isabel's like, yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with the overture, where it's fucking crazy.
I mean, it's meant for violin. The viola's a little wider, so you're playing violin music on an instrument. It's even like it's just really hard on your hand, and I kept getting hurt. So I was taking time off, and then I was in New York because Juilliard's in New York. So I just wanted to say I went to Juilliard again.
You go. Sorry, I left my Juilliard sweatshirt in the other room. I went to Juilliard. Yeah, you forgot.
But so then I just started going to open mics because I think I met like a wannabe comedian at a party, someone who was doing mics, and he was like, well, I do stand up. And I was like, how do you do it? And he's like, oh, you just go to open mics.
Worse than being introduced to a sex club or a fight club is being introduced to low-level New York City open mics.
Oh.
I started open mics in Tucson at Laughs. It was a comedy club. It was a show, even though it was an open mic.
What a concept.
People would come, there would be an audience, and then you come to New York open mics and you go, what the fuck is this? It's 6 guys not listening, and you just waiting to talk on a stage that's 2 feet by 1 foot.
There's nothing like it, and I think, in a way it takes longer because you can't get accurate feedback, but also the pain and the shame is something you get exposed to so quickly. I think it's it toughens you really quickly.
If I were in the corporate world, I would do a team building exercise where we go sign up for a mic together at 5 p.m. and everybody watches each other bomb.
That would be the best.
Because you go, where's your ego at?
Oh, yeah.
Because then anytime you're in a group think meeting and you go, no ideas are bad ideas. Remember when he thought it was a good idea to talk about his wife and he fucking ate shit? And you're like, oh my God, you're all... That's why it's crazy to me that guys that I went to mics with are now famous comedians, because you go like, I remember a couple of mics.
Oh.
Like Norman Liss and I would watch each other just... And Bargatze. I watched Nate let go. I literally watched him... It was at the Broadway Comedy Club, used to have this side room called The World, and they would bark in people from Times Square, most of the time that did not speak English.
Right.
And they'd put a comic, and then they'd do like 4 barkers, and then another comic, but the barkers would be doing stand-up. So it was a nightmare show. And I watched Nate one time. He went first, soft-spoken, just doing his jokes. They're not listening. And I watched him just go like, man, y'all aren't even... And then he just like, I watched him fall back, and it truly unlocked him. And he started.
You need that.
Yeah.
Like if you're just doing mics in places where it's kind of like a decent show, you might not have that moment you'll have it eventually.
Yeah,
it's
but that moment of like,
us.
I trust myself.
Right.
That's what I saw him have. Because what's funny is if you look at his first album, Yelled At by a Clown, the way the title is the way that he used to get through bombing, where you go, y'all aren't even listening. Track 2. Oh, y'all are getting up for the bathroom. Track 3. Oh, this joke's starting to work. It's really funny in fact, I have it. Yeah, right here.
Oh shit.
But see, if you look at it, the way it's titled like he's giving up.
What
It's
if
like, I hope the crowd is great. Number 2, I'm losing him. 3, I got him back. 4, what if I just walked off stage and never came back? 5, I can't do that. Can I tell you what's even interesting? I know I'm doing a lot of Nate Bargatze stuff. Go see The Breadwinner in theaters now. I think this picture on the back is from the night.
And
take a little BB for feeling nasty.
Makes you feel nice and dead inside. It's so I had a bunch of college auditions. The first one I had was for New England Conservatory. Botched it. Didn't expect I wasn't ready for the pressure.
What is the pressure of that? You go into an empty room with you
go in a room with 5 teachers there, and you have maybe it prepared an hour of repertoire, and they just ask you play this, and then they stop you after 2 minutes. Okay, now play this. And so they could ask you for anything of an hour. In that
hour over. Yeah. So you go, this is everything I know.
Yeah. Everything I've prepared for this audition, which is a full concerto, a full Bach suite, an etude, all the scale. I don't know. Or maybe not the scale. Maybe that was pre-college. Anyway, so I go in.
I just love the fact that there is maybe 1 to 5 fans that know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe.
I know my audience, I'd put it at 1 to 5 people.
There's probably a truck driver who played some violin back in the day.
Son of a bitch.
I remember the Kreutzer etudes.
Yeah. Oh, this girl's speaking my language.
But so I played so badly that I could see they looked really they felt sorry for me.
Did they ever do the thing where they go, you can do that again?
I had that happen once in a masterclass where I played, and then he was like, do you want to do that again? And then he said, if I were you, I'd want to do that again.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was so bad.
I want to kill myself.
I did. Yeah. I did want to.
If I were you, can I say, that's not your fault. That's his fault. That's a character flaw with that guy.
You didn't hear how badly I played though, but
did he do the thing where
it's just my hands fell off the instrument. I try, it's like messing up in a skating routine, but you're just falling.
I mean, you're talking. I don't know. Was there ever a moment? Have you ever daydreamed about what your life would have been like had you not gotten to comedy and stayed in music?
Only very recently, because I've been so burnt out and just the content, I just posting, feeling there's just an infinite amount of things I could be doing to help my career. And because of that, I just sit still and panic instead of taking 1 step.
Yeah.
So very recently I've thought, what if I had just gotten my own Broadway show? Because I was subbing in a lot of Broadway shows and just playing in the pits.
So when you mean get your own Broadway show, you would mean you'd be on a permanent orchestra
for as long as the show ran.
Sure. And is that the way that most people make money?
It's one really good way.
It's the good job.
Yeah, because you work 3 hours a night and you can sub out half the shows, and that's where I would come in and play, and it's a good paycheck. It's steady.
So if there's a depth chart for each instrument, 2 people?
Oh yeah, well every pit is different. Sometimes there's a full orchestra, sometimes it's just a string quartet and then some wind play. Every show is kind of different. But there's part of me that's what if I just did that and like didn't have to constantly be like making these calculations and strategies and just started a family. Like, you know?
Well, I mean, I think that's a fair thing for anybody to do because, you know, I think a lot of the times I think about like, what if I would have never moved to New York and stayed in Colorado? Like, what would be my creative outlet? What would I be doing? But also, I think you do that at moments where you're a little burned out on like, I don't want to go do spots and then I got to go do a fucking thing to promote this. It is, I think, but that's any job. I think any field you pick to go in. And what's crazy is no one ever gives that credit to doctors or fucking cops or people that are like, yeah, dude, I did want to fucking save it, but it's a lot every day, nonstop, all the fucking time. Like being a doctor, it's like, we watch The Pit.
Oh God, I watched The Pit.
And you go, that's so hard and sexy and cool. But you go, not if it's 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year.
And all that charting. I didn't know about the charting. I thought you just go in, you save a life, you go to the next room. But there's all this homework too.
That's like cops. You're like, most cop shows should just be paperwork.
Oh yeah.
That's what The Wire did really, really well. Was they were like, no. Like whenever they had a case, they're like, no, you're filling out my fucking paperwork, and you're like, that would be the thing I would try to get out of if I were a cop. Like, I don't want to do the fucking paperwork. I want to wear a long duster and smoke cigarettes and show up and touch the dirt and go, he was here recently.
Right.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to go like, what was the address?
Just like
31.
Doing your taxes, but all year long.
Yeah. But after you shot a guy, so your hand's shaking and you go, okay, it was 3150. I hate to have it. Fuck. Oh, sorry. I just keep remember him popping up and me. And then, okay. Yeah, that's the worst part of shooting a gun is probably that you're like, I gotta do the fucking paperwork.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like, you know, we don't give breaks to people that have, like teachers. Teachers, it's not talked about enough. You're going every 5 days a week, and you're dealing with underfunding. You're dealing with parents that think they know better. Right. Like, that's the thing where I'm like, dude, if you're a teacher, you're a fucking dog. I think I look up to you.
They're paid like nothing.
And of course they don't want teachers doing a good job because then you're going to raise smart people. They're going to ask questions. They're going to fuck everything up that's going on.
Don't ask questions.
That's why the curriculum always sucks. That's why whenever you talk to a teacher,